Hello, I'm Diane Schumacher. Welcome to Dragon's Lair Update. You'll see a rematch of the 2014 Game of the Year, highlights from the best rivalry in JUCO soccer, and a conference clash between the Dragons and CCBC Essex. Mary Lee Adams closes the show with an all-new Dragon close-up on volleyball player Chelsea Parrinello. Men's soccer leads off. Howard Community College battles Montgomery College. Derek Watte anchors our coverage.
Thanks, Diane. Howard enters the game ranked 6th in the national poll and eager to avenge last year's devastating playoff loss to Montgomery. Coach Dragonoff has his Dragons off to their best start since 2009. Soccer analyst David Owasam will be with us for this Region 20 matchup. David, what's going to be the key for Howard?
Well, Derek, Coach Dragonoff is known as a possession type of coach, so it will be crucial that Howard retains possession throughout the game so they can control the tempo of the game. They're also going to want to pick their spots when they can isolate their speedy forwards up top, just to stretch the back line of Montgomery.
After dominating Region 20 of the last 3 seasons, Montgomery College is off to one of its worst starts in program history. MC enters the game with an 0-3 record. You have to go back to 2002 just to find the last time MC was winless in their first 2 matches. The departure of head coach Pedro Braz could have something to do with the 0-3 record. Braz is now the head coach at Gallaudet University after leading MC to a Region 20 three-peat. David, how can the defending champions get win number 1 against Howard?
I feel as though Montgomery is going to need to come in with a very organized back line just to deal with all the speed that Howard has up top with their forwards. And as far as attacking-wise, Montgomery is going to need to isolate their very speedy wide players so that they can take on the Howard defenders and create chances.
Howard and MC renew their rivalry. Let's go to the Dragon's Lair. First half. Howard switching the field. Walter Gonzalez, Emmanuel Wright, 2 touches. Alex Smith calls for the ball. Smothered by Ruffin Mapuku.
Excellent through ball by Emmanuel Wright, which comes about because of the movement off the ball. Montgomery's keeper takes an excellent angle to close down the shooting opportunity for Howard.
Alfred Kamal set to take the corner for MC. And away by Jonathan Horrocks. Smith beating out Ryan Thron. The counter is on. Smith wins the ball and goes to Wright. In one touch, he springs the breakaway. Wright runs free into the area. Mapuku comes out. Wright's gone past him. Emmanuel Wright. Howard takes the lead. Wright has now scored 2 goals in 3 games against Montgomery College.
Tremendous driving run and crossfield ball by Smith allows Wright to isolate himself from defender and take a tremendous first touch to leave the defender in his dust, which gets him in a 1v1 situation with the keeper, and he finishes it as cool as possible. Here, Khalil Badaway distributes an excellent ball to Joel Alexis. The movement of Alexis gives Badaway a deep line option. Badaway's playing off the inside shoulder of the defender. That's good positioning. He should always be on the same side of the ball.
Alexis plays the ball back to Jonathan Barron, unable to test the keeper. Eric Gonzalez with the goal kick. Barron can't keep it under control, gives it right to Neo Gustandino, picks out the run of Wright. Mapuku comes out to challenge, and once again, Wright wins the battle. Elmer Ramos saves the day for Montgomery College. The ball was goal-bound. Nearing halftime, MC is starting to do a better job of possessing the ball. Manuel Arvalo, Kamal, Alexis, Kamal again, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Gonzalez with a diving stop, excellent reaction. On to the second half, Christopher Rollon and Jason Mitchell working along the far touchline. Mitchell for Howard, pass is broken up, Gustandino regains it for Howard, sends it in the direction of Wright. Open net, Emmanuel Wright. Martin Marino flies in and saves another would-be goal.
Excellent positioning again by Wright, who's playing off the defender's shoulder. That allows him to get in behind the defenders. Crucial recovery run by the defender to get back and to position himself on the goal line to protect his keeper.
15 minutes remaining. Arash Kamali up against Sam Rivera, dispossessed by Rivera, but Jason Davila wins it back for MC.
Excellent switch of play by Montgomery's midfielder, which allows him to isolate himself against the Howard defender and take him on 1v1. Rollon panicked a little bit and dived when he didn't need to.
The penalty kick is awarded to Montgomery College. Raptors have a chance to tie it up from a penalty spot. Brian Reyes-Aranda, the penalty taker, up against Gonzalez, the converted midfielder, playing goalkeeper. We're level.
Cool, calm, collected finish by Reyes-Aranda, who sent the keeper the wrong way with a slight lean of his body and slots it in the corner.
Overtime now, Kevin Munoz in possession for MC, sees the run of Reyes-Aranda, and it plays it to him. Reyes-Aranda, vital defensive play from Jonathan Horrocks. Set piece for the Raptors, dangerous ball into the box. What a save by Gonzalez, he preserves the draw. 1-1 is your final, let's send it down to Amid Hosseini.
So what was the importance of this particular game?
I think it could have been a turning point in our season, and unfortunately ended in a 1-1 with the unfortunate call in the box, so it's the way the world goes.
You guys were victimized of a penalty in the second half. You slipped away there. Was there anything that you could have done differently to prevent that?
I thought we shouldn't have given away the penalty because we had men back to cover. It's just unfortunate we gave him the opportunity to go down and get the call. But I think to keep the momentum going, we need to get together in the midfield more. That's where they're really beating us.
Yeah, I also noticed that Coach Dragunov was yelling a few pointers at the team. Could you give us a few spoilers? Emmanuel, what do you think? What was he saying?
He was just telling us to keep compact and come forward stuff for it so that the offensive player can be offside and keep the ball and keep possession, spread it around. Yeah.
So Emmanuel, with that awesome goal you scored in the first half, what did that do for your confidence?
It definitely improved my confidence, but it doesn't mean nothing right now because we didn't win. So I had a couple of chances that didn't go in, so it's a bittersweet moment. So I will take whatever I got.
So Jonathan, what did you learn from this game so that in the future when you play against Montgomery in the playoffs?
Well, I think this game really gave the team confidence because they saw that we can compete against the best teams out there. I think some players on the team came out and they weren't really ready. They weren't focused enough, maybe a bit scared of playing in a big game like this. But I think this will really help us to be ready for next time, and we definitely want to beat them.
So Tyler, a question for you is, what did you learn about your team from this game?
Learned that we win together, we lose together. All a family here, so got to stick through it.
This is Dragons Lair Update. I'm Omid Hosseini.
It's time for women's soccer. Arch rival Montgomery College comes to town as the Dragons take on the Raptors. Last season, Coach Seagrove's Dragons were ranked number 2 in the national poll entering the postseason when Montgomery scored a controversial 1-0 upset. Replays proved, however, the game's only goal should have been ruled offside. Howard Field's an experienced team this season. They returned 7 players from last year's team. They returned Katie Guerin from the team that won the 2013 regional title and Taylor Nowaski from the 2012 team. David, what will Howard be looking to do against MC?
I feel as though Howard can get this win if they're able to pressure Montgomery's back line high up the field. Maybe they can create some easy opportunities if they win the ball high up the field. When they do have possession, it's going to be crucial for them to create combination play so they can retain that possession. When they get into Montgomery's final third, they want to get to their wide players just to create that width that they're looking for and get service into the box.
Montgomery College enters the game with an 0-1 record. You could argue MC features the more potent offense. The Raptors did manage to score 3 goals in defeat. Howard has only 2 goals in their first 3 games. David, how can MC continue the recent success against Howard?
As the away team, it's going to be crucial for Montgomery to come in here and take care of the ball, especially in their own defensive third. It's going to be very important that while Howard does have the possession, that they get back behind the ball and get in their shape quickly, whilst they can communicate and make sure they're not broken down easily.
Howard and MC take the field next. Let's go to the Dragons' lair. First half, Coach Seagrove's Dragons in possession.
Howard is looking to create quick combination play.
Nikki Manning into the box, bounces off Catalina Munoz. Katie Guerin fighting Munoz for the ball. Jen Craven breaks up the clear onto her right. Craven, what a strike! Howard takes the lead. Craven, her first of the season.
Howard's consistent pressure on Montgomery's back line allows them to win possession and create a shooting opportunity. Jen Craven chips the keeper from 25. Wow, that was amazing.
Next Howard possession. Rebecca Coughlin crosses. 3 Dragons inside the area. Guerin plays it back to Becky Manelli. She scores!
Howard creates a crossing opportunity by using the flanks, and the strikers continue their runs, which gave them an opportunity for a simple tap-in.
Later in the half, Montgomery College on the counterattack. Robin Hodgson waiting in the middle. Hodgson! Raptors get one back.
Excellent. Claire Couturier beat that defender with pace. Montgomery's wide player goes on a powerful run down the wing and serves in an excellent cross across the 6-yard box for a simple tap-in.
Second half, ill-advised pass there. Savannah Holt jumps on it. 3 quick touches, Holt with a sensational effort, and she gets the goal.
Howard's high pressure up the field on Montgomery's backline gives them the opportunity to win a 50-50 ball off a risky pass by Montgomery's outside back. The ball had way too much air on it, and it was right across their own goal line, which gave Howard the opportunity to pounce on it.
MC in possession, Sonia Rada plays it to Hodgson. Beautiful ball ahead to Couturier. Aggressive goalkeeping by Bodzioni. Blocks the shot. Follow-up attempt. Not enough pace on that one. 70th minute, Holt in possession for Howard. Craven. Fontava with the save, but once again, Montgomery College unable to clear the ball successfully. Heather Veely punches it in.
Tremendous driving run by Jen Craven to create a shooting opportunity for Howard. That whole opportunity starts because of Craven's driving run through the midfield. She's been an influential player for the Dragons all game.
Howard wins. 5-1 is your final. Let's send it down to Ahmed Hosseini.
Jen, how did the first goal that you scored, magnificent goal by the way, what did that do for your confidence?
It really brought my confidence up, honestly. Just seeing that go in and knowing that we could do this just really boosted my confidence and made me excited to get the rest of the game on.
What would you like to accomplish this year?
I mean, obviously every year our goal is to get to nationals, just like last year. We have a lot of struggles along the way, so we just take it game by game and go from there. Yeah. Ultimately get to nationals.
Awesome. And what was your reaction, Jen, when Montgomery scored?
Honestly, I wasn't too worried about it. I knew we had this game, and so we just kind of get back up, start over, and get ourselves back together.
For Dragons Lair Update, I'm Ahmed Hosseini.
It's time for women's volleyball. Howard battles CCBC Essex in the 2015 season opener. Coach Troy's Dragons are looking to build on their 2014 successes. Howard finished with a 12-11 record before being eliminated in the district tournament by eventual national runner-up Lorain County. Chelsea Parrinello returns to Howard after 2 years away from the program. Parrinello won the Region 20 District G and Maryland JUCO titles as a Dragon in 2012. CCBC Essex won 11-15 a year ago. One of those 11 wins was against Howard. Freshman Alicia Emmons could be the Knights' best option on offense. The hitter out of Cape Coral, Florida, is capable of finding the soft spot in opposing defenses. Howard and Essex take the court next. Let's go to the Dragons' lair. Action from the first set, Howard serving Essex. Free ball for the Dragons, sent back over. Rossell Taganas finds the soft spot in Howard's defense. Essex takes the lead. 14-13 lead now for Essex. Dug up by Taylor Bowen, finds setter Julia Boris, goes to Essence Holtzclaw off the net. Chelsea Parrinello with a precision kill ties the game. Parrinello showing a little of what she plans to do as Coach Troy's outside hitter. Later in the first, 3-point lead for Howard. Boris outside to Parrinello, another hard shot. Too much for the Knights' back row. But Essex responds with 3 unanswered. Howard's lead is now down to 1. Boris, Parrinello, turned away by Taganas. Essex ties it up. Knights are playing with some emotion. Howard won the ensuing rally. Set point now for the Dragons. Taylor Bowen gets good contact. Dragons come back to win the opening set. Clutch play from the sophomore out of Mount Airy. Second set, Essex sends it over. Parrinello finds the setter. Boris. Parrinello, she pounds the ball. 5-2 lead for the Dragons. Later in the second, Howard leads by 7. Dragons get into their system. Boris Parrinello absolutely hammers the ball inside the line. Howard wins the second set, 25-15. On to the third. Taganas gets it to setter Courtney Tripp. Connects with Alicia Emmons. On the left side, point Essex. 21-20 lead over the Knights. Sensational dig from Alia Mustafa. Dragons send it over. Stephanie Bartala ties the game. Dragons 4 points away from the sweep. Match point now for Howard. Taganis passes to Tripp, puts it away on the second contact. 1 point game. Ensuing rally, Howard sends it over. Essex gets into their system. Tripp outside to Taganis, goes cross court. The Knights score 2 unanswered to come back and tie the game. Set point now for Essex. Taganis with the set winner. Essex closes the set with a 4-0 run to complete the comeback. Fourth set, Howard serving Essex. Farella Cabrera able to pass it to the setter. Emmons does damage with the right hand. Essex starting to build momentum. Later in the fourth, Tripp outside to Emmons, controlled by Howard. Dragons need to get something going, and a point on the swing by Essence Holtzclaw. Ensuing rally, free ball for Howard. Mustafa passes to Boris, on to Holtzclaw, splits the block. Tremendous kill from the freshman out of Atlanta, 10-7 Dragons. Another free ball conceded by Essex. Mustafa. Boris runs it up the gut to Bartella. Howard holds off the Knights. Dragons win the match 3-1. Let's send it down to Hamid Hosseini.
How do you feel after the game?
I feel great. I was really determined to win. We all were. And yeah, I'm glad we won.
You gave it your best shot in the first set, but then you just put it in the bag in the second set. Was there anything you wish you could have done throughout the entirety of the game?
I think in the first set we were kind of nervous and just being our first game, so we were kind of scared to make mistakes and then didn't play as aggressively. That definitely showed, but after that I think we all felt a little better and played a lot harder.
Well, it is early in the season now, so my question would be, what do you think the team's strategy is heading into your next game?
Definitely just to stay focused at all times. Don't lose distraction. Stay aggressive. Yeah.
Not to get down on ourselves. When we get down on ourselves, you can really tell. And then as soon as we get 1 point back, though, I think we did a good job getting out of our funk.
Chelsea, I'd like to ask you, how does it feel to be back at Howard?
It feels great. I played like 3 years ago, and I played middle, and I don't know, I was a lot weaker. I thought I'd get worse as I came back like 3 years older, but I don't know, I think I actually might have gotten a little better somehow.
So congratulations on the win. This is the Dragons Lair update. I'm Hamid Hosseini.
My first guest coached the Under Armour Elite Volleyball Club 15s and the Carroll Vipers Volleyball Club 17 and 18s. This is his second season at Howard Community College. Head coach Gary Troy is here. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
How do you think the team did against the season opener of CCBC Essex?
Well, I'm glad that we were playing at home because they were a little nervous. And as the day went on, they became more familiar with what they needed to do and working together with each other and playing under the pressure of it actually counting rather than just a scrimmage game and so forth. So they did well. We had a little bit of a stretch where we lost a little bit of focus, but they came back well.
How hard is it for high school players to learn to adjust to the college game and specifically a position change?
It can be challenging. The college game is quicker, especially when you get against the better teams like Frederick, Hartford, and that they're more aggressive. And I think we've in our Dragon tournament, Dragon Invitational, we faced some pretty good competition on Montgomery College, Rhode Island, and then we faced Frederick recently in the Big Pink tournament this past weekend in the finals. And they were kind of shocked at that speed, and it took them a couple matches actually to get accustomed to that because Frederick blew us out in the first set in Baltimore, 25-6. And we just challenged the girls to play hard, to just worry about doing what they were doing. And they improved, and I think the second set we lost 25-16. But they never gave up. They realized what they needed to do, and so it boded well. And I think that going into our season from here on in, I think they're still going to be challenged when they face the Harfords and the Fredericks in the regular season. But I think they know what to expect now, and I think they'll do a better job.
Any standout players at this point?
Yeah, Chelsea has done. I mean, Chelsea has been the outside hitter that we did not have last year. Right now, she's like 4th in the Maryland JUCO Conference in hitting percentage. And Stephanie Bartella has done a great job. And Taylor, they're all within the top 20 as far as hits, kills per set. In fact, both Chelsea and Taylor are averaging over 2 kills per set, which last year we had nobody on kills per set.
Good luck the rest of the season, Coach.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Up next, cross-country head coach Steve Musselman talks cross-country.
Learning at home. Learning in the classroom. Learning for success. For learning that works for you, choose Howard Community College. To find courses and programs that fit your schedule and learning style, visit hcclearningworks.com. You can get there from here.
Welcome back. My next guest brought home Howard Community College's first track and field national championship. He also coached the college's first individual cross-country national champion. Head coach Steve Musselman joins me now. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you, Diane.
Coach, how do you account for one of the largest cross-country squads ever in our history?
It was pretty amazing. We always work hard. The men I always seem to be able to find, but it's always been a little bit of struggle with the women. Like 2 weeks before the semester started, we barely had 5, just enough to score as a team. But then we knew that the campus carnival was going to happen, so we made certain the dragon tent was up and had a couple people out there helping recruit, and we started finding women left and right. They said, okay, yes, let me get through classes, let me see what's going on. And slowly, surely, they started making that commitment. Last Saturday, I finally met with all the women as a group. I had 10 women in that room, and that's my largest team ever, and that was pretty awesome and a lot of fun, too. A lot of energy in that room.
How do you assess this group thus far? And you've had 1 or 2 meets.
Right. The men, I think, are stronger than last year's team, and last year the men placed 3rd at national. I think we're a lot deeper. We might have that same front runner like we did with Gary Smollett last year. But I think they're deeper, and I think they're a tighter group. The women have a lot of potential. I've seen the workouts that we've had so far. They'll make their debut at Cairn University on the 19th. And I'm very excited about that. Again, some quality local runners and a few novices, but they want to get involved in something, and they thought this could be the sport for them.
So what meets are you looking forward to?
We always look forward to Greensboro. The men are defending champs. We're the only community college in the field. So we're in the NCAA Division III division, and they've done well. The women, I think, are going to surprise a lot of people. Like I said, I'm very excited to see how they do this weekend, because Greensboro defending champs, and they'll feel real confident. Then the following Friday, we're at Lehigh University, Paul Short, where in our race there'll be 45 universities, and again, we're like the only community college, and they will get a reality check. They will run fast and still come in towards the back. But by the time we get to nationals in November, I want to make certain that they have seen everything, that they're confident. They say, all right, I've run against, Georgetown, I've seen Maryland, I've seen UMBC, I've seen all the local powers. And I said, it doesn't mean it's going to be any easier at the NJCA, but they will know that I've seen faster people and I know I can run with them.
Coach, good luck the rest of your season.
Thank you, Diane.
Let's go to Mary Lee Adams for an all-new Dragon close-up.
HCC women's volleyball player Chelsea Parrinello has not had your typical college career. She was on the 2012 team that went all the way to nationals, but after a few years away from the game, Chelsea has now come back with a newfound maturity and confidence, and she's hoping to help lead this team back into the national spotlight. Chelsea has been playing volleyball since the 5th grade, but with her dad being in the Army, she's had her fair share of traveling. Changing schools did not discourage Chelsea from her love of volleyball, though. She played on a travel league and was a standout when she first arrived at HCC back in 2012. But with the 2-year hiatus, Chelsea has had to push herself and come into this season with a new approach.
Beforehand, I was never really into fitness. I didn't really go to the gym, and then I started lifting, mostly just like doing leg work, and I think that made a big difference. It was actually easier to come back.
I've known about Chelsea. She's a really awesome player, She went to a different high school than me, but she was in the same county, so I saw her stats. I was really excited when I found out she was coming to play with us.
Gaining the respect of her teammates and the attention of many other players in the league, Chelsea has made a name for herself early on in the season. So what is it that sets Chelsea apart when it comes to game time?
She has a really powerful swing, and she's determined to score. And that's probably something that we didn't have last year.
I think her being on this team this year is a key factor in us winning games and kills and everything.
She really knows what she's doing, and she's so calm and collected the entire game. Everyone else gets a little bit flustered. She's always just like, I'm good. She always has our backs. We can always rely on her to get us into the next rotation, to the next point. She's a very strong hitter. She's very intimidating for the other team as well.
When they see somebody that's putting the ball down, they notice.
It's not every day that you get to play on a team with one of your best friends. Add working with them, taking all the same classes, and carpooling, and you may think one could grow tired of the other. Fortunately, this is not the case in Chelsea's situation. Her bond with fellow teammate Stephanie Bartella has strengthened her game and goes well beyond the volleyball court.
I think I just really miss volleyball, and I realized I probably wouldn't have that many opportunities to play again unless I did something. And I work at a nursing home, and the girl that I worked with is named Stephanie, and she also played volleyball in high school, so she wanted to come with me. So we commute together, we take all the same classes, and we play together, so it's really fun.
Yeah, you really have to work together when you work at a nursing home. You have to know each other's strengths and stuff, and we definitely needed to help each other a lot at the nursing home, so I feel like we know each other on a more personal level now because of that. So we just connect better on the volleyball court.
They know each other's tendencies. When one person will, I don't want to say slack, but doesn't make the perfect play, the other one's right there to correct it.
With Chelsea's experience and positive attitude, she's quickly gained the respect of her fellow teammates. A captain and seasoned player, Chelsea is using her leadership role to bring this young team together.
She's very mature. She's a little bit older. She sees things, and she's from a military family and very structured family.
All the other players, they're a little newer, and they're a little more nervous and scared, but Chelsea also does a very good job of helping the team open up to each other. I'm hoping that we will get to regionals and then nationals. I know Chelsea went to nationals the last time she was here.
Just try to be friends with everybody and understand everybody else so that we can all get along well.
Chelsea's return to HCC has renewed her love for the game, and it's also helped this young team to aim high and hopefully have a trip to nationals in their future. For Dragons Lair Update, I'm Mary Lee Adams.
For the latest highlights, go to youtube.com/HCC Dragon Sports. Thanks for watching, and remember, go Dragons!